Okay. So what I'm going to begin in here is I was left a message and it said shalom. So I just want to see what this is. Why the polarity, nothing comes between S and H, or what is everything that comes between S and H? Because in it is the polarity of its number, the 8th and the 19th. In S and H, it's part of Venus. Its creation is through Jupiter. 9 times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18, creating the Venus R. Angel, the R letter. 3 times 6, the 360-degree angel. We walk, we talk, we move. That's us through Venus. Really, where does 9 come from? One of the questions. Number 2, 1 plus 9 equals to 10/1. So instead of having 19 and 8, we had 1 and 8, and it's going to be presented right over here. The 1 dot, the 8 void. Not only is it 99, but it's also 13. In the word 13, okay, you have time heaven of a 360-degree birth. And it wasn't a 10, it was a teen. Okay, now I can't fully explain what this whole thing is, okay? I'd have to look way deeper. I'd have to do mathematics. This breaks down to a freedom angel because it's the 5th letter in the 5th letter. How do you create number 5? 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. This is basic creation. When alpha alpha meets, it creates this. And the beginning of the Fibonacci begins like this. 1 plus 1 equals to 2, but we have to do 1 times 1, okay, equals to 1. So now we have 2 and 1. And the reason for the multiplication is that once we create the divide, here we divided every space in half. So we now created the 8 heaven. That's 1, but it's multidimensional. And now we connect them together like that. And can't exactly explain what it is, but there is no 8. It's 6. There can never possibly be an 8. Just the dividing that shows the 8, one side or the other. Where am I with this? So we can look up other words that will equate to 99. Here, when it begins with TH. I always looked at TH as time heaven. It is a crossover because the T in gematria is the peak of 66. This only begins on a polarity after the standard ABC. This begins on 4th Street. Only begins on 4th Street. And the entry into 4th Street, okay, is just give me a second. This is 6. This is 4. So 6 and 6 plus 4 equals to 10. The separation is 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What is missing after that? When you add them up, it equals to 10. What is missing is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are all part of time heaven. The standard for ABC is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And I'm going to keep going over this until I can find an error in this. And when you have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and you put it together with an A in between, first of its kind, right? Okay, it becomes standard. Okay, so I can't. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to see where I am with this. So, anyways, it becomes standard. So since it becomes standard 1, 2, 3, when I hit the fourth number or the fourth movement, things seem to switch to the other side. And I would have to say, let's do it. So here is the first side. Here is the second side. Here is the third side. What happens? Boom, we start it over again. Well, can we find that somewhere else? Well, let's find that somewhere else. Um, let's see where I can find that somewhere else. 3, 6, 9. What's the next one? 12. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 3, 6, 9, 3. We start it over again. Let's choose another one. 6 plus 6 equals to 12. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So understand what I will be doing is 6, 3, 9, 6. Well, that works out. Well, let's try this one. 9, 9, 9, 9. Well, no, I don't go anywhere here. That's all I get is 999. So if you're looking at 999, you got 999 over here. It doesn't change. Doesn't change. And everything becomes 9 when it's multiplied by 3. 13. Once you've grown to 13 years, it is your 14th year you become man. So I'm a little it's a little complicated for me. You see, once the 13 moons, okay, have passed, you have had 1 year. Okay, 1 year, 13 moons. Now, boy becomes man at his bar mitzvah on his 13th birthday. But when you have your 13th birthday, it means you have lived your 13 years already. Means you are 1 year old. Man, the word man is the value of 28, which is the cycle of the moon, in which at the age of 13, you have the bar mitzvah, barring 66. According to gematria, if you're barring 66, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, you're barring 8. You're barring the entry. Are you barring the entry? What is going on over here in this understanding? Okay, because 7 and 6 equals to 13, so man, okay, is coming from this area over here. So is that gateway Mars? And I'm going to explain to you something, that Mars is a single stroke, okay? Mars cannot be made in this single square. Mars can be made this way in this single square. This whole design is on this angle. This whole tilt is a Mars tilt, the 45 angle degree in the pass to Mars, and on the other side, it is the sun. I'm not going straight up, and the reason I'm not going straight up is how can I get over and count down? So if I'm counting up gematria, counting down, am I going straight up and then straight down with the same numbers? So am I actually going gematria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Is that what gematria is? Or because after you get to 1, you have to go to the other one. A, B, C, HIJKL, and then I go over here and I design this piece. I designed this piece. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just let me open it up. So I designed this piece, which is the same thing as what I showed you over here. It's the same thing. And I'm just trying to figure out which way I can use these numbers. You see, 1 and 1 come together in east and west. 7 and 7 come together in north and south. So I have to understand, I have to put a new square inside of here. I think I have to rebuild this. So let me see something. Open with the paint and go open. And let's see if we can just make a little something together. I'm just in the mood. Hopefully I don't forget everything I was talking about before, right? Because that's a big tendency that I run into. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know if anybody's got anything to say. Let me look. I haven't looked if anybody's saying anything. No one said anything over here. And I don't know if you're on Facebook. I don't know if I see the comments. I don't see the comments. I don't know. There's probably nobody ever watching me. I'm talking to myself. It's like talking to the wall. Standard cycle ends. Yes. Standard cycle ends. What is this? Live. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to go back and I have to stop caring who's there. I just got to do my thing. Okay, so we got this over here and I'm going to create this. Whoa, this is crazy. Hold on. Okay. Just 1 second. Let me fix this on the screen. Okay, well, you know what? I make it one size, and let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second. Make that and resize to 150. Make that bigger. Okay, I made that bigger. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in the way I want. We are going to solid color. So we're going to bring in a solid color right over here. And then we're going to go ahead and change that solid color for a yellow. We're going to bring a yellow right over here. There we go. That's it. So now we got these velociraptor claws over here in each of these corners. Maybe that's one of the, see that claw over here? Not really sure. I know it means something else. It's something somewhere. You can say it comes from the Mayan art. You can say it comes from some of the pyramids. I don't know. But this is to fold into a formation. I don't know if I shake this camera, maybe it'll pop out on us or something. I don't know. So then we're going to take a fine line. Take a fine line to right. Okay, there we go. And we're going to draw a line that comes. I'm a little. Hold on. That was in between. We have. Hold on. We have a number there. In between 3 and 4, and in between 3 and 4. That's right there, right? And then you have 3 and 4. I mean, you have 4 and 4, and that's over there. And you got 3 and 3, and that's over there. And then you have between 3 and 4, and that's over there. So you understand there's structure to this. Okay. See the way I started? Oh, I didn't finish yet. There's one over here. I'm trying to find structure. What is an obligation inside this design? And when I'm pulling these lines, I'm not pulling this one here. I don't pull the last one, the first one, nor the last one. It's standard. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines in which the third line creates a standard between going left using the center left, left, 2 lines using the center right, right. So that is the standard for this reality. Otherwise, if you were using the standard, you would use the first line, the second line, the third line. The minute you go to that fourth line, you are no longer, that first line is no longer valid or counted. The minute you go to the fifth line, the first 2 lines, A, B of creation has disappeared. And where is C creation? If you take a close look, it's right there down the exact split of this artwork. So this would be the way it would run. Mars would be running on this angle over here, while Earth would be running on this angle over here. Being it on this angle over here, it would be that angle over there connecting all the Earth. So you would have 3 of them. And then the fourth one would be onto the next dimension, right? You'd have 1, 2, 3, and then the other one is the next, how can you say it? You slip one to create the hole from the triangle. How can I say it? Okay, anyways, I'll leave that out. What were we going to talk about? There's another thing I was thinking inside of here. I'm only going to stay in here 2 minutes, and it's measurements. How I can take a measurement inside with this. I go on level A. I spread myself out on level A, and I go up to, from level A, I go to the first floor, 10, to the second floor, 20, to the third floor, 40, to the fourth floor, 50, to the sixth floor, 60, to the seventh floor, 70, to the eighth floor, 80, to the ninth floor, 90. At what point will my triangle show me a 45-degree angle just based on that reality? So anyways, we're going to stay. What were we looking for inside there? Yes, we were looking for numbers. I don't know if I wanted to put the crisscross numbers first. Okay. 258, 456. If there were, I'm not sure what I would, I'm just thinking what else I would do. The dice cube is turned on an angle now. The dice cube is now this way. That's the angle of the dice cube right here. So anyways, let's get off of that. Let's get back to these numbers. I was trying to explain what standard is, and standard is basically, here I'm going to show you another thing in standard. In numbers on the roulette, the board is basically stacked up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Starts over again. So once we have 1, 2, 3 here, this is gone. It's this when you're going downward. So once you've shifted off of this one, it now comes back at the bottom. And then once you shift off this one will be over here. So below 1, 2, 3 is 4, 5, 6, and above is 7, 8, 9, and above that is 4, 5, 6, and below is 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3. That's exactly how numbers work. And then there's connecting numbers. How you can connect your numbers, like I have connected numbers there, and it's all connected numbers, different situations. That one is the Canadian penny. That's the roulette table. Looks like a sad face. And don't forget, you must create more than one. So we did 13. I want to find other numbers that equate to number 99. There's other things that are going on. Venus is number 81. So therefore, Venus, okay, has a great value to 3-letter words. Mars has a great value to what is understood as Four-letter words. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but it's not for that reason. It's four-letter words because this is Mars. This is where Mars splits Earth. So I asked myself this question: wouldn't you want to call Mars only single-letter words because it has one slice for a unicorn? I'm just questioning myself right over here how Mars gets implemented into these letters. So if you have 81, I'm just thinking, and again, I'm starting to get tired. So we have seen how at 13, which is relevant to 99, which is relevant to Venus, we already know that when 99 is around, okay, 86 and 99, okay, this is smart. This, okay, is smart to dumb. Smart to dumb. The difference is 13 equals to 99. And the reason I'm saying smart to dumb is because chaos, control. And chaos, okay, is really, if you look at your computer, okay, here is control. And I'm not really sure where the operating system is here in K operating systems. Chaos is an operating system. I'm not really sure what this signifies. And then Control Alt Delete. So, depending on what you want to talk about, this was a television program back in the 70s. It was called Get Smart. Okay? Get Smart. These are just ET, ET. Here is your gateway, your first gateway. And here is the angel in the gateway. And that is made by ABC. Okay, sorry, it is made by AB, A, AB equals C, okay, plus D equals G, in which in the first scenario, it'll be ABCD equals J, Jack God, JG, 17, the gateway. This is just the basic of manipulating the alphabet to its fine tune, to where AA creates AB, to where AB creates C, to where CA creates D, to where BB, the average of AC, creates D. So it's talking within itself, to where DA and in between is BC will be 55, and it will be found through ABCF. What I'm trying to say is that AF is 1 and 6, which is here and here. Polarity of this. Now, when you have A and you have D, in between is BC. B and C equals to a 5, and A and D together equal to a 5. Mathematically, to create this, now that we did D and A equals to 5 and B and C equals to 5, now we can do D and B, which is equal to 6. And we can do a D and B, we can do an A and C, which is equal to 4. And these are just creating crisscross, how can I say it? Anyways, to finish this off, when I create 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, this will create 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. This number, this half-life, will create 1, 2, 3, 4 in order from the mathematics. And that is what will create 10 through the half-life. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 equals 6. 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Creates, creates, creates the total of 55 and creates a total of 6 and the mirror of itself, the completion of 100, 60, 40. The standard is 6. To complete it with the fourth piece of the puzzle, it equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. We started with 1. Call that A. We added B. We added C equals to 6. The minute you add the 4 into it, it completes 10. It becomes 1. You start over at A again. Or you can count it as a complete 1. 6 and 4 as a complete 1. Which way do you want to look at it? Because if you look at it as a complete 1, is once you get A, B, C, you have completed a polarity because you started with 1 and you ended up with 6. A all alone. Add B, C, you end up with 6, the polarity. But then when you add the 4 into that, it shows a new polarity. Even though you're coming back to A again as 1 plus 0 equals to 1, we end up at 10. So what does that tell you? Because every time we do 4 items of 4, we always end up with a polarity where we come back to the beginning. The fourth is always coming back to the beginning. Is it 360? Is that what it is? Does it complete the 360? Is that what 1, 2, 3, 4 does? What is it actually doing? Like I said, in this instant, it's a little bit different. Okay, let's see what 1, 2, 3, 4 does. 1, 4. What's the equation here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to figure out if there's an equation here. Okay, I'm going to make my own equation. I like the 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And yes, we have done it. Only 3, 6, 9 comes back to the beginning again. Only 3, 6, 9 is a rotation. Only 3, 6, 9 is the rotation. So the rotation of freedom of light is in one of these, but we play with 2 cubes. 6. That is our standard. Our standard is 6. 2 and 4, the house planet. 3 and 3, rotation. 1 and 5, creation, and creation of the sun and the birth. So where am I? Yes. 1, 2, 3. This one over here is supposed to be the completion of the formation or the polarity. Like 3 times 4 equals to 12. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3. Here is the new polarity. This is the second one. Creates gateway. 1, and we're going to start over again. 2, 3, and then this one. This is the set. This is your standard basic numbers for what I am not completely sure. But in the house of 2, okay, this seems like it is the gateway to the light between Uranus and Neptune. But Neptune is now in the position of Mars, where Uranus is in the position of Neptune. Where Saturn is in the position of Earth, where Earth is in the position of Saturn. Where Jupiter is now in the position of Uranus. And this is when you base everything off of 2, off of Venus, counting by 2s. Counting by 2s, counting by 5s. They are polar on this dice. So is it true when I go ABC? One of the reasons I say ABC okay, is 6, and 8 times B times C is 6. So they're directly connected together. They both create 66 in both worlds, both in the half world and the split world. Because when you create a diagonal line, it splits a square in half. So in this one, in this scenario over here, you would start with 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6. So your standard in the 5 world, in the E world, would be 2, 4, 6. I don't really know what it means. And your next one would be 1, 2, 3, and your next one would be this one over here. So your combination would be 4, 8, 3, 7. 4837. I'm going to try and think about what this actually means. I do know that when 7 and 8 come together, that would be Pluto over here. But this is because in the 4th position over here, this was your first inversion. 1, 2, 3, 4th one's an inversion. So 8 was your second inversion. 3 was your next inversion. And your next inversion to come, well, the polarity will change. In the 5, in the house of 5 will be number 8, position of Uranus is going to change everything in house 5. And if house 5 is Jupiter, I can hear that song in the year 2525. Also to note that in this position over here, 5, 2, and this position over here, 5, 2, and 8, it's usually 1, 4, and 7 that runs this. Because your basic, the skeleton of numbers is over here. Here's your skeleton. Where we run 7 months of 31 days, you run 4 months of 30 days, and 1 month, that month of February. Where we run the 7-day weeks to the 4-day months, to the 4 weeks to a month. So anyways, to where 1 and 1 is 2, where 3 ones become 3. Where 3 4s become 12, become 3. Where 3 7s become 21, 2 and 1 becomes 3. And 3 times this number, 3 times this number, 3 times 2 becomes 6. 3 times 5 becomes 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 3 times 8 equals 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 3 brings everything into a new realm of understanding. So we spoke about how man connected to the moon. We spoke about what it is in the 4th, but I don't know exactly what it does here. But I can tell you that in the 5th house, this is what rules. The cycle of Earth rules here. 58, 58, 5 and 8, 13, 13. So that would be the cycle of man on the moon. And here's the cycle. 7, 10. I'm just trying to figure out what the alter meaning is. I'm not really brushed up on it. We're talking about chaos and control. I'm not sure if you still understood the 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we got 1, 2, 3, and then everything changes at 4. 4 is the center between 1 and 7. So if that's the gateway, is the gateway inside 7 and 1, being 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where 6 and 2 is what creation is these two over here. So 1 and 2 stays together, 7 and 6 stays together. So that's your 13. That's your 3, that's your 13. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 1 and 2 equals to 3. Polars. 5 and 3. Everything runs through D. When it runs through D, it runs through 3 and 4. This is the area over here, 12 and 13, because this is the center. And when you come down through the 7th gate, through this area D, it becomes 3 and 4, the center. If you were counting up, it'd be 6 and 5, but it's 3 and 4. So anyways, I don't know where I was getting with that. Yeah, Maxwell Smart was really dumb, right? And the difference was this, and that is the spirit. That is the That is the disconnect, if you want to look at it that way. It's the DC spirit. I'm not sure if you want to look at disconnect because it will create the number at the end result, 91. They use this number for the deck of cards, 13 cards. They use this for the 13 moons. They use this to create the greatest numeric separation, number 19. Number 13, 4 times will create the 52 cards in the deck. It will create 3 suits, and then there's 1 suit. The diamond suit is not like any other suit. The average in the suits is 13 by 7, equaling to the number 91. 1 and 3 equals to 4. This will equal Jesus of time, equaling to the 28 cycles of the moon. The 28-day cycle of the 13 parts of the moon. Yeah, I haven't been out here long. I'm a little tired. I'm going to check for questions, and maybe we're going to end the video. Maybe I can put something together. I'm not sure what. Again, I keep saying the zodiac, or I'd like to do some vibrational talk. Bring out some like from the Mula Mantra, and I must have mentioned it 10 times already, and I haven't done it because I want to do it when I believe that it's going to come out proper. And not sure if I ever showed you this, what this is. Here you connect 1 and 2 for 3. Here you connect 5 and 7 for 12, 1 and 2 for 3. Here you connect 4 and 8 for 1 and 2 equals 3. But this is Pluto. This is the moon. This is Jesus of time. This is Matrix to the Blue Earth Electric Company. This is creation in its own. You want to look at it this way, 9. You want to look at it this way, 11. 9, 11. In this scenario here, what is the difference? Is I crisscrossed 2 and 4 and 5 and 1 to understand the house of 6. Over here, 8 and 7 crisscrosses to understand 15. Then again, 15 is over here, the house of 6. You take this calculator over here, I'm only using these 2 rows. I'm not using 3, 6, 9. Therefore, it is the placement of the 7th gate. And the reason it's the placement for the 7th gate is because if I take any number, just hit any number, right, except for that one, okay, and divide it by 7, your decimal point will never have a 3, 6, 9. Whoop. Wow, it's a perfect number. That I didn't want to have. I don't want to have perfect number. Wow, how come I'm getting perfect numbers? Come on. There. You see, after the decimal point, 57142. 57142. The next number will probably be 8. But that's what happens when you go into the house of the 7th gate. And then down here, okay, when we're connecting, is I'm connecting to the lower level. You remember I said 1 and 2? Once you stop this one over here, you could put 1 and 2 down here. Well, when I put 1 and 2 down here, my connections over here are 9. So 5 and 4 is 9, and 1 and 8 is 9, and 2 and 7 is 9. And check out the angle. This is not a 45-degree angle. What is this angle to reach there? And that's the greatest angle, because after that, 1 and 2 show up at the bottom again, where 8 can get 1 and 7 can get 2 on a 45-degree angle in this. Not as 1 and 8 came over here, as 1 and 8 comes over here. 2 different angles. But wait. The roulette wheel, right, the betting scheme, is not square. They're rectangular. Now, depending on how high and how wide, according to these squares, because if it's an odd number and there's a square in the center, like in tic-tac-toe, you can't put a line and come from the center. You can't put a line and come from the center. You have to come, let me show you. If you have a square like this, you can draw lines like that, like that, like that, like that. Those are the lines you can draw, right? You can draw that. But you can't, you need, in order to draw from the center, you got to be coming from the center, in between everywhere. You can't have blockages like this. This is the only way you can get the star system. And that star system is Mars. It's a unicorn star system. It's ham radio. But in this one, we have a block that's dividing everything. Do you follow what I'm saying? There's one block, there's also four blocks, and then there's the single block surrounded by eight blocks. So it's four and it's nine. It's Mars, four, and Earth, nine. Anyways, tired. Very, very, very tired. Very, very tired. No questions here. I'm not looking if it started on. Was there anything going here? Let me see. Ooh, that was my rabbit. Wow, I got 4 people to dislike my rabbit. Wow. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Wow, is it not playing my you see this? Okay. Okay. Okay, how does this end? Okay.